Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So it has been a while since I've sat down here in my studio and filmed a video. Things have just been really busy on my end. I think it was like a week ago now, I went to Geneva. I was invited there with Makeup Forever and we did a really fun masterclass, which was so cool. I got to meet some of my subscribers there and just did really fun creative makeup. I do actually have a video up from that if you want to go check it out. And then shortly after, I was invited to London with Universal Pictures Switzerland, which was again super exciting. These opportunities are things that I definitely don't take for granted, and going to London was so much fun because I went there for a workshop for the upcoming movie The Mummy, and we learned all about the makeup. There is a fly flying around here, it's so annoying. I've got so much fun content planned today. I'm gonna do a London haul because I did pick up a few things. Now it's not a huge haul. You guys know I'm really sort of on the minimalist kick, so I'm not trying to buy a bunch of stuff. I just really want to buy things that I know I'll really use and enjoy. And then behind me, as you can see, I have lots of boxes, and I plan to actually film an unboxing video after this, which will probably be up next week because on Friday I'm going to have a really fun, creative makeup for you inspired by the movie The Mummy. So it's going to be super fun and creative, kind of like a Halloween look, you know, something really out there, but I think it'll be really fun for you guys to watch. So make sure to tune in on Friday for that. So next week I'll have the unboxing, and then I'll also have a really cool Fit Friday, which I've already filmed, and that's gonna go up not this Friday, but the Friday after. So I've already got a bunch of videos planned. So when I was in London, I stayed at the most gorgeous hotel. I stayed at Claridge's Hotel, and it was in a really good area, so I could walk all around. It was really close to Oxford Street, and in London on Oxford Street, there's tons of amazing shopping, and of course, I wanted to go to Selfridge's. I was on the hunt for an oud perfume. Now, I've been on the hunt for an oud perfume for I think like at least half a year, if not more, and I've never really bought one because I've never found one that I absolutely love because they are pretty expensive as far as perfumes go. Like they're sort of more the upper scale side of perfume costs. So I picked up this by Diptyque. I seriously went into Selfridge's and went to every single counter and said, do you have any oud perfumes? And I tried all of them out. So by the end, it was like hard to differentiate. And then I finally decided to go for this one. Now this was kind of unusual for me because Diptyque is kind of known for their very fruity, floral, very sort of feminine fragrances, but they actually do have an oud perfume, and this is called Oud Palao. This is an eau de parfum, and it's 75 milliliters. Like I said, the oud perfumes are a little bit more expensive because of the ingredient is actually expensive. It comes from the heartwood of Aquilaria trees, and what happens is the tree has a certain type of mold in it, or like a rot inside the tree. So the actual tree doesn't really have much of a scent, but then when it becomes basically rotting with this mold, the wood becomes very, very strongly scented. So it only can be used from like those trees, the Aquilaria trees, and they have to have that mold infection. So it's actually a quite rare ingredient as far as perfumes go. I don't think there's any other perfume that really smells like oud. It's just a very, very unique scent. It's often used in the Middle Eastern countries, like those fragrances, and they've only recently started to become popular here in the Western world. It has a really strong, almost, I want to say animalistic scent. It's not sweet, it's not floral. It doesn't really smell like most woodsy scents. To me, it smells very, very animalistic, almost raunchy. Kind of reminds me of going like into a barnyard filled with animals. And I know that's like kind of ridiculous to say that that's a perfume that I want to wear, but when it's mixed with the right ingredients, it smells amazing. I absolutely love it. They had one by Christian Dior, leather and oud, I think. That one is the most pungent. I think it's supposed to be a unisex scent, but it's usually like you find it in the men's section because it is so incredibly pungent. When I finish with this, that might be my next purchase because it is so intense. And this one I really liked it because it's sort of a slightly more softer way to wear oud. It's a little bit more feminine, but it's still not a very, very feminine fragrance. Like it's very almost like masculine scent, and I absolutely love this. It contains Bulgarian rose and then the oud. So it kind of it's mixed with rose, but it's not, I don't really smell a whole lot of rose rose in here, which is good because a lot of the feminine oud scents are mixed with like really pungent rose, and I don't really like that. So the rose in here is actually not as heady. Indian cypriol, Sri Lankan sandalwood, Somalian olibanum, Madagascan vanilla, Spanish citrus, and Indonesian patchouli. So the oud palau combines the signature scents of East and West. It smells so good. If you're more like fruity, floral, fresh, like girly scents, like you probably won't like this, but I'm kind of sick of all those scents. I really wanted a scent that's like almost smelling manly and very rich and just, I don't know, it smells like so heady. If you like those kind of scents, then definitely check out oud scents in general. Honestly, I love this, and it does last a really long time. And they also gave me 2 samples that I haven't really tried yet. So there's the Dosan Eau de Parfum, I have no idea. They said this is a bestseller. It's the Tam Dao Eau de Parfum, and these are just like little samples that I got for free. At Selfridge's, I just picked up the original Beautyblender, just the pink one. I don't really understand the difference between all the different colors. This cost 16 pounds, so these expand quite a lot. These are kind of the original. I used to rave about the dupe sponges from DM in Germany. Like, they look almost exactly the same, but I don't know if they've like reformulated them or redesigned them, because I feel like they're a lot harder now. I used to love that sponge, and I always felt it was just as good as the Beautyblender, and then I used it recently and it was so much harder. It was like a tennis ball. It also cracked when it was drying. They never used to do that. So I honestly think that they probably changed something about those sponges from DM. I went to Space NK and I picked up the Sheer Glow Foundation by NARS. This is considerably less expensive in the UK. Actually, all makeup is less expensive in the UK than in Switzerland. So I really love the NARS Sheer Glow. It's been kind of one of my go-to foundations. I wear the shade Mont Blanc, which is the light 2. The light 1, I think it's called Siberia, and it's more yellow toned. Now the Sheer Glow is kind of a deceptive name. It's not sheer at all. It's a medium to full coverage foundation, so I really don't know why they call it sheer. There's nothing sheer about it. Good medium coverage foundation. It doesn't really have a super glowing effect. To me, it's more like a satin finish. Like, it makes your skin not look flat and matte, but there's not a whole lot of glow to it. So I think the name like sheer is wrong and glow is also kind of wrong. So what I don't like about it is that there's no pump, right? It just comes in this really old school pour out kind of thing, and I just think they need to revamp that. That is just so old school. I decided to buy a pump for it. Now you have to buy this separately, which again, for this price point, I don't think you should be forced to buy a pump. I think it should just come with a pump. You know, I decided to get one because I didn't have one for the last one, and I just every time annoyed me because I would pour out too much and then it's like wasteful. So I decided to get one, and then, you know, if I do buy this foundation again, I can reuse the pump, but it's just annoying. I feel like for the price, it should really come with one, so I really hope that they will eventually change the packaging. I also went to Boots. So Boots is basically like UK drugstore, like CVS or something like that. I ended up getting 6 bottles of the Batiste dry shampoo, because this is like my favorite dry shampoo. I've been so disappointed with so many brands, and whenever I use the Batiste, I'm like, yeah, this stuff works great. You can buy this here in Switzerland, but this costs almost I think it's like $9 a bottle, like $9 US. Basically, it's a ripoff. Plain and Classic, this is the original one. So that's the cheapest one, and those are £2.99. The other ones I got are the colored ones. So I've used the brunette one. These ones are basically colored so that when you spray it in your hair, you can't tell. The Divine Dark, and I wanted to try out the Beautiful Brunette because I feel like this one actually matches my hair, but I thought I would try out the slightly lighter colored one. This one's just called Beautiful Brunette, and those ones cost $3.99. So they're basically £1 more expensive than the original one. I feel like this one is probably very white. So all in all, I got 6 bottles of Batiste because those are good to stock up, and now I don't have to buy any other crappy drugstore brands, because that's my favorite like drugstore brand dry shampoo, and I just don't want to spend like $9 on a bottle like here in Switzerland. I think that is just so overpriced. You know, there's not a whole lot of product in those things. Like, you use them a few times and the bottle's empty. So when I was in London, I also wanted to stock up on some tea. So I went to T2. I've been doing so good with my tea collection because I was on a tea no buy. I had a whole cupboard basically full of tea, and I ended up actually finishing a lot of that tea. I drank it all. So I decided to treat myself to these 2 cubes. So one is the Terrific toffee, a caramelly carnival of rapture in a cup. The winning combination of black tea with nutty nougat makes for a creamy and dreamy toffee tea treat. It smells really good. I actually can't wait to try it. I haven't even opened it yet. It comes inside packaged like in a thing like that, basically. So you can store it in a jar. It's just like nutty and sweet, but without being cloying. A nice mix of caramel and nuts and like the nougat. And then I bought the T2 Really Russian Caravan, a blend of fine long leaf black teas with the addition of lapsang souchong. One sip of this bold tea with an intense smoky flavor and you will be transported to the campfire. And I actually finished my lapsang souchong. So lapsang souchong, it's a Chinese black tea that they actually smoke. She said at the store that this one, the Russian black or Really Russian Caravan, is actually more smoky than the classic lapsang souchong, and I actually love the smokiness of the lapsang. And these are 100 grams again. I think they were like £7.50, something like that, per 100 grams. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please remember, give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And when you do subscribe, please hit that bell icon. That way YouTube will notify you of every single upload that I have instead of just a few of them here and there. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much for watching and have a great day. Bye everyone.